Hey guys, so yesterday we saw uh, an introduction about myself where I was talking about why I chose engineering and how it went and where did I do my higher education and stuff in Europe. So today I wanted to continue along the career side. So today's video, if you would have seen the title, like why did I switch from engineering, let's say AI, towards medicine, in this case veterinary medicine. So the one thing that I left out in the last video was like I always wanted to be a veterinarian. That was my passion throughout my high school, throughout my early schooling days, starting maybe from even the primary education, I would say. So I always wanted to be a doctor. In India, it's very competitive to get into med school. Not that I got a really bad score. I really did okay, I guess. In India, I got like 95 percentage score, but still I couldn't get into veterinary medicine school. I did get into dental school, but I did not like dental in the first place, so I ended up choosing engineering. That what happened was like I was in a point in my life where I was like really depressed, but not severely depressed, but quite sad for a long time. Right when I gave my high school examinations and I ended up getting 95, I was not shocked or surprised that I did not get medicine. I was almost prepared and know that I might not be able to get medical school admit, at least into veterinary medicine. That's what I wanted it to be. So transitioning into engineering was not hard per se. Once I got into engineering school, I started falling in love with engineering and I wanted to learn a lot of stuff. Starting when you start engineering, you start with the engineering graphics, lathe, carpentry, welding, and those kind of practical stuff, and then you delve into, since I studied electronics, I delved into building PCB circuits, building robots, RC cars, drones, and 3D printers. So I really enjoyed it, I wouldn't lie. It was good, and then once I finished my bachelor's, I wanted to do my master's and straight PhD. That was the thought process that I had when I started out. Let me check the stream once. It's good. How is it going here? Okay, I guess I should go to the studio. Sorry guys, I just need to check it so that I feel okay. Because a couple of times I did not record myself. Nice, okay. So yeah. So my plan was to do my masters and then PhD and then be an engineer, work in AI space. But once I came to Europe, there is something very interesting that happened. If you would have listened to my last video, I was getting like a 24,000 euro scholarship. Apart from that, if I get to work, I can also make more money as well. So for the first time in my life, that coming from a third world country, I did not have to worry about money and I did not have to take educational loan. Whereas all most of my friends who came from India with me or other international colleagues who came with me to do the masters, they all had some kind of a educational debt that they had to repay. So their choice was to immediately finish graduation and then go to work and then start repaying it. Whereas in my case, for the first time, I did not have to think about money, and that kind of led me into kind of an identity crisis. And then I started asking myself what I really wanted to do. And at that time, I watched a lot of YouTube as well. One of my favorite YouTubers are like Ali Abdul, and then a few others like let's say Tom Bellew, Joe Rogan, and these people. I was just watching all these people. Some people took the bold move of switching careers. For example, Ali Abdul, he was a doctor, graduated from Cambridge, but he switched careers and now he's a full-time YouTuber and he's quite happy with his life and is still successful and is impacting so many people's lives than he would ever impact as a doctor, according to him, which I also agree. So yeah, so that kind of gave me make me rethink and reiterate and ask the question of what I really wanted to do. And then I thought deep inside my myself, I felt like I wanted to be a veterinarian and I wanted to practice medicine, especially for animals. At no point in time I wanted to be a human medicine doctor, just so you guys know. mm, and also there are other things that I would like to say, that I know being a veterinarian I might earn less compared to a human medicine doctor, and I might even earn less compared to an experienced AI graduate if I just go with my own path that I already have. But the point was my happiness, as I said, and what I really wanted to do with my life and what I should be known for. I really wanted to help animals medically. Then if I just wanted to help animals, I could have started a shelter or started owning a lot of pets, right? Like I started a non-profit. But in this case, I wanted to contribute to animals, not only pets or animals in general, via medicine or through the medical knowledge, I guess. So, and I was also very much passionate about biology, zoology, all them, and all the physiology aspects, all the medical aspects as well. So that made me feel like I should really start thinking what I really wanted to do as soon as possible. When I was studying my masters in Germany and Sweden, I came to a realization that I really wanted to pursue this veterinary medicine. And then I also know, coming from India, the societal and family pressure, if I don't pursue medicine now, I will never be able to pursue medicine ever after, because I'm guessing maybe after 30 or something, I'll probably end up in a having a family, and then I have to settle down. When I have a family and I'm not single anymore, it's really hard to make any decision for yourself without impacting others, and you cannot take any wild decisions, right? So that's something I wanted to not do at that point. It will be too late. So I decided to apply for veterinary medicine once I finish my masters. And then I applied, let's say like 2021 September. I just applied. In 15 days, I gave an interview and exam, and then I cleared the exam, and then I got admitted in 15 days into vet school actually. The thing is, the one more story, interesting story that happened is, just before applying to veterinary medicine school in Poland, I did a lot of research, by the way. And then I read about all the veterinary medicine universities in Europe, in USA, in every subcontinent possible. And then I also applied to Pretoria University in Africa as well, South Africa to be specific. So I love the university, but the thing is, I applied it a little bit too early, and then the admission started in 2020 January, I guess, or 21 January, I'm not sure. At the time, I was doing my masters actually. I just couldn't leave my masters and go, I just wanted to finish what I started actually. I still love doing engineering. Only thing is, I just do not want to do it like that's the only thing. And then, yeah, so I had to say no to it. It's like a very good university, like more than 3000 students apply, and then maybe under 100 people get selected. I got selected, but still I couldn't go. That was a sad thing. And then for this university in Poland, where you can see my screen, Wrocław University of Environmental and Life Sciences, this is where I applied. Compared to all the other universities in Europe, there are a couple of veterinary universities that give veterinary medicine education in English. One of them is Prague, Poland, and Croatia is there, Hungary is there, Budapest, and Slovakia. These are the countries, and then the Eastern European countries also give veterinary medicine in English, like Romania, Ukraine, and Bulgaria also give in English. So most of the countries in the Western Europe do not give in English. That's a big bummer, because I know only English. I cannot study medicine in another language and then try to practice it in another language. So yeah. So and then I did a lot of research and I ended up choosing this university. I really love the university. The quality of education is good, I would say. Now looking back, like 2021, now it's 2023. I've completed 2 years in medicine. Third year, I'm moving into third year this fall, October. So I'm so excited and I don't regret my decision, and I'm so happy that I took this decision and went forward with it. And one other question you might ask is like, how am I paying my bills, how is the living and tuition fees taken care of. So the first thing is, I know it is going to be a hard road, and mid school is is not cheap by any means. It's very very expensive. So my plan was to ask my parents to pay the tuition fees, and I somehow with all my savings try to make the living in Poland. So for the first 2 years I ended up paying for all the living costs, rent, food, and everything by myself, and then only the tuition fees my parents were paying. mm, and surprisingly, my and also one thing is, like, I wanted to tell is, like, my parents were very supportive as well. My mom is a teacher and my father is a retired accounts executive. He retired on 2020 during the middle of pandemic. So yeah, even so now only one person is working at my home, and then still I told them this is what I wanted to do. I want you guys to trust me, and they really did. And then they also decided to help me as well financially. So that was a huge thing that my parents did. And yeah, yeah. So uh, and then what happened is, for the first 3 semesters they pay the tuition fee, and then for the next semester I got a job as well. In Europe, like, I just moved from Germany to Poland, right? I used all my savings for living, as I said. uh, and then slowly my money started going down, and then I knew that I have to find a job to work part time. And then so what I did is I ended up working as an assistant lecturer for Coventry University. Coventry University, Poland. Yep. So this is where I was working. So this is the campus actually. A part of it is the campus. So it's a good looking campus actually. So I was teaching artificial intelligence and software engineering in general, Internet of Things, Industry 4.0, cyber security, so computer networks. So these are the things I was teaching there. And yeah, it was great there. So I, uh, I was enjoying my life teaching, and then still making my med school lectures pass by, and somehow able to clear both, balance both. And then one thing I realized is, as I went from first year to second year, and then from second year I'm going to third year, it's getting harder and harder. Med school is really hard. If you ask anyone who's studying medicine, they will say they will always be have a lot to study. So yeah, so it was really hard actually to balance both. So what I decided is to quit the job and then try to find something else as a programmer remotely. So this is what people often get wrong. Most of my family, apart from my closest family, my parents and sibling, the rest of the other families, relatives and close friends were very skeptical, like, are you asking me, or saying to me that, are you going to throw away all the 7 years of engineering? My answer to them is, of course not actually. The thing is, I fortunately studied AI and robotics, and AI is disrupting every domain possible. It's going to reach $1 trillion of market value in the next couple of years, very soon. So I'll be it is not a smart idea to drop engineering and completely go into medicine. Mm, the reason behind it is, it can be used as a tool to generate revenue, the my real goal of pursuing veterinary medicine is actually to serve animals for free for the rest of my life. That's my real goal. So that means, do I plan to live poor or be poor or go broke or something? No, of course not. I That's where engineering comes into play, where I am a decent programmer, and I have really good experience working for several companies and startups. And I can really find a job or something where it pays well, and then at the evening or other times I can practice medicine for free as a service, or take a break and practice. And also I'm into entrepreneurship as well, trying to have my own engineering startup with AI, maybe one day with medicine, combining AI and medicine. So I have other plans in the works. So I'm trying to find ways where engineering can pay for my med school. So what happened is, I started working as assistant lecturer. I started making decent money. I paid my 4 semester fees by myself and also took care of living. For the past 2 years, I took care of my living completely, and also the 4 semester I started paying. And also now, after quitting being an assistant lecturer, now I'm found another job for another company as a programmer, as a machine learning engineer. It's like a medical firm, which I don't want to talk in this video. It's like the video will become longer and longer. So yeah, so I'm working as a machine learning engineer and I'm making good money where I can do take care of my living and also pay my tuition fees. So that's like a huge thing for me, where I'm trying to follow my passion, what I really wanted to do, and also able to pay my own fees, and then I'm able to take care of myself. So that's a huge win in my books actually. So this is what I wanted to say to you guys as well. Like, if you want to pursue something that you are really passionate about and you are doing something at the moment that you don't like, I would really ask you to start planning how you can go about it smartly. In this case, I'm not just abandoning engineering just like that. I am using it as a tool to generate money to do my or to pursue my dreams, right? So yeah, so that's the best part I think about me being an engineer and then a medical student. Soon I would like to go on. Okay, maybe that is for another video. I just don't wanted to make this video too long. Let's talk about it later. So this is what I wanted to show. This is Wrocław. This is the city I live in, and yep, this is where my university is actually. So yep, so this is it guys. So I want you guys to also follow your passion and also be a little bit smart, that do not quit your job or do not drop everything that you are doing at the moment and go for that. It might lead to bad consequences. Let's say you might go broke or you might not have enough money to back it up. The one more thing is, when you start following your passion or doing something that is bold or that is a lot of risk. In my case, I left 7 years of engineering and went into bachelor's in medicine. So that's a huge risk I'm taking with my career and my life in general, right? So you have to be a little bit smarter. You cannot just throw it away and run away. And also make sure you have some kind of source of revenue, like a part-time job or something that pays your bills. Otherwise it will make your life even more harder. So yeah, that's it guys. So this is like my small or maybe a brief introduction of why I ended up doing medicine. So thank you guys.